Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance the Reader, and we're here with a book haul. March is almost over. It's March 30th, so you know I had to talk about all the books I bought in the month of March. Some of these I actually got for my birthday. I just got them after the fact and they didn't make it into my last book haul video, and some of them I got from a friend on booktube. Thank you, Books with Bonnie. I can't wait to talk about this one. And the vast majority of them are the ones that my husband has had to buy for me for the thing I did for my birthday where we did the birthday stream. There's also some mixed in here that I bought myself because I just felt like I should treat myself. Why not? So without further ado, let's just get right into the books that I bought. At the end, we're going to talk about nonfiction and like regular books. So if you don't care about those, skip on past. But right now we're going to talk about all the manga I got. So yesterday, my husband took me to the bookstore and he got me volume 2 of Run Away With Me Girl. Didn't even know that the second volume had come out, so I was really excited to get this. I just recently read the first volume in the month of March for the Naruto TBR challenge, and it was really good. It's also very sad, so I will say content warning for domestic violence. This is following two women who, when they were younger and in high school, they had a relationship. One of them seemed to take it a little bit more serious than the other, at least from what it seems, right? So one of them genuinely loved the other. The other one, it seems like she actually did love her, but at the end of the year, she said, you know, this isn't going to be something that goes any further past high school. You know, I got to get serious and I have to get married to a man. This was just fun. So the one that was in love with the other just kind of lived her life. I don't think that she actually came out to anybody in her life that she's a lesbian, but she is a lesbian. She knows this. She's in a message board where she has a friend that she talks to, and she has kind of spoken to this friend online about the relationship she had in high school that was just really hard for her when that friend just kind of stopped being close to her because now they're no longer friends anymore as adults. But they run into each other on the street and she finds out that her friend is now pregnant and she's engaged to be married. But that friend is about to be in an abusive relationship. We see it kind of unfold towards the end of the manga, and it's actually really sad. It seems like they might be able to come together at some point, but we have to wait and see. So again, as I said, content warning for domestic violence, but it's beautiful art. It's definitely a beautiful art style. I think you can tell from the cover that this art style is very pretty, and I'm hoping for the best. I don't know how long the series is going to be. I don't know if this is just 2 volumes, if it might be more. If it's any more, I don't want anything more sad to happen, to be honest with you. But so far, it's been good in that I want to know what else is going to happen, but it's also sad because, you know, unrequited love and all that. So these next 4 are Mashal. So I've been looking at Mashal since it came out. The first cover, obviously it's giving Harry Potter, okay? I don't read Harry Potter anymore and I don't promote it, but I like wizards. I like wizards and shit. And this is going to be an anime soon, and some people basically had described it as if Harry Potter and One Punch Man were fused together, and I felt like, that's very intriguing. I would like to know more. So I think it's going to be pretty good. If you've read it, let me know. I definitely think this is going to be I know that this will be a series that I recommend for my husband to watch when it becomes an anime, but I think it looks pretty good. I think that this series is completed now, the manga. But besides that mashup, that's all I know about this. But I haven't heard anything bad, so I'm really excited to actually read this. So let me know what you think in the comments if you've read this. Next up were the gifts I got from Books with Bonnie. Like I said in my last video where I did the book shelf tour, I kind of mentioned these briefly, but they didn't get here in time to be in the February book haul. So thank you, Books with Bonnie, for getting me these from my manga wish list on Amazon. I really appreciate it. If anybody else wants to get me anything from that, feel free. Feel free. It's in my link tree on Instagram. Go on. But anyway, I saw these on Twitter. I had no idea that these existed, but someone mentioned that the newest volume, which I think might be volume 27 of the series, was being released. It may be the last one, I'm not sure. But I had never heard of The Heroic Legend of Arslan. And I feel like we can both agree that this art style looks very familiar, right? It's because it's by the person Who Made Full Metal Alchemist? And I felt like, bitch, hello, I gotta read that, even though I haven't read Full Metal Alchemist, but I have watched the anime and it's really good. So yeah, she got me the first 2 volumes of The Heroic Legend of Arslan. If you've read this, please let me know in the comments, because I don't think I'm going to dislike it, but I'd like to know what your opinions are. As of right now, I've never seen anybody talk about this on like Manga Talk, you know, Book Talk Manga, and that's okay. I mean, someone may have and I just didn't, you know, catch it, but I'm liking it, what I'm seeing so far. I have pretty much all of the volumes on my manga wish list on Amazon. So I will be getting into this series. I will be collecting it, and I cannot wait to read it. I got volume 11 of Call of the Night. I've read volumes 1 through 10. It's a series that I recommend, even though that there is an inappropriate age gap relationship. I hate that for the series because I think in general it's actually pretty interesting, but I'm excited. This came out this month and I knew that I had to get it. I don't know how long Call of the Night is going to be. I'm not sure when it's going to end, because reading the earlier volumes, I'm pretty sure I remember reading something towards the end where the creator basically said, I didn't expect it to go any further than this. I think that they assumed that it was going to kind of end maybe like at volume 5 or something, and then just kind of kept going. And so far I've liked it. I like the people that I've met. I like the vampires. So I'm really interested. So volume 11. Here we have a nice fat stack of manga that I keep buying the new releases for, but I haven't read the first volume. Now, I do want to say that in the month of April, I will be making better choices, and I will be reading all the first volumes of these in April. Period. Okay, I promise. I promise. So I got the second volume of the case study of Venatus. Look at the fucking cover. Okay, the art style of this is gorgeous. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is an anime, and our friend Viri watched it and she said she really liked it. I just think these are beautiful. I may never watch the anime. If the art style is anything like this, I probably will, because it's so pretty. But volume 2. I promise I'm going to read the first volume. Volume 9 of Spy Family. Yeah, I haven't read the first volume, y'all. I haven't read the first volume. I watched the first episode of the manga, though. I know I'm going to like it, and I'm going to read the first volume in April. Calm down. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I got the 3rd volume of In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. Have I read the first volume? No. That's okay. But it's by the creator of Daytime Shooting Star, and guess what? I have the first volume of that in here. So we're going to get to that later. But I'm fixing to read this first volume. Look at the art. It's gorgeous. How can I pass it up? I promise I'm going to do it. Yeah, I got volume 5 of Elusive Samurai. Do I know? Can I describe it to you? Fuck no. But I still got the 5th volume because I'm going to read it. Okay, I'm going to read it. Volume 5 of Die Dark by the creator of Dorohedoro. Have I read the first volume? No. No, but it's okay. I'm going to read it. It's in the pile. Volume 7 of My Love Mix-Up. 7. Volume 7. Yes, I know. 9, 10, 11. I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm going to read the first volume. I promise. I promise. In the month of April, you're going to see a wrap-up video where I've read all the first volumes of these. Who knows? I might even have read the whole series. We dream big over here. We dream big over here in this house. And since I already mentioned it, yes, I got the first volume of Daytime Shooting Star. I'm excited to read it. It was talked about on TikTok, I think. So I was like, you know, I'm going to put this on my wish list. And it was only $4 at Second & Charles. So I was like, I didn't even actually realize that it was on sale, but it was. So look at me. And then I got the first 2 volumes of Futari Escape. So these are cute little manga. I think this is a 3-volume series. The 3rd volume has not come out yet. It might come out in the summer. I'm not sure. But it's about 2 women. One is a manga artist. One is jobless. And they're just kind of trying new things. I think it's just going to be nice and wholesome. I'm not sure if this would be considered a GL or not. But it's got women in it, and that's fine with me. I love to read about women. So exciting. Next is really fun. So this is Love the Answer. Basically, this is about so I'm sure we meet this main character in high school named Chika. She feels like very weird. She kind of describes herself as alien because she's never had any romantic feelings for anyone. She's never been in a relationship. But when she gets to college, she realizes that she's asexual, and I assume she's going to meet other people in college who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. So I'm excited. Now, I don't know if this is a one-shot manga or not. If it is, I'm excited to read it. If it's not, I will continue. But if you've read this, let me know. I think that this just recently got released, so I'm excited. I'm excited. The art style looks very simple. I like it, very cute, but I can't wait to read it. Now, I don't have the first volume yet. I ordered this the other day, and I don't have Amazon Prime anymore, so I'm still waiting for it to get here. It should be here on Saturday, but I didn't want to wait. Okay, so as of right now, I have the second volume of Donuts Under a Crescent Moon. I'm getting the first volume soon. I think that this is a 4-volume series, but this was recommended on one of those TikToks I've mentioned several times about like short GL series. It's about these 2 female co-workers who kind of start off as friends, but it seems like there might be something more. So I can't wait to read it. If you've read this, let me know in the comments because I think it's going to be really nice. So this series is an anime and you can watch it on Netflix, and that is Carol and Tuesday. Well, guess what? These 3 volumes were there for like under $10 and I had to get them. This is really, really cool. I like the art style of this, but I haven't watched the anime before. I didn't know until I got these that this is taking place like in Mars in the future, and it's basically about music. So these 2 girls kind of get together, want to make music, but in the future, most of music is AI generated. So it's kind of like they're actually having a band with real people. So I think it's going to be fun. Now, I don't know if this is just 3 volumes or not. I'm going to do some research. If it is, hey, I have the whole series. If it's not, I'm going to probably continue. But I just could not pass these up for being on sale, and also the covers. It was definitely a cover buy for sure, but God, so pretty. I finally got volume 1 of Satoko and Nada. This is about these 2 college students who are rooming together. Satoko is Japanese and Nada is Saudi Arabian. I right now have volumes 1, 2, and 3. I don't have the 4th volume. I saw it randomly in a Second Charles in Richmond. I didn't get it and I really should have, but I think I can get it on Right Stuff. But it's just a really nice, short, very short 4-volume series that was mentioned on a website I checked for, just like nice, wholesome, short series. So I can't wait to start this now that I have the first volume. I finally got the second volume of Fire Punch. This is by the same creator of Chainsaw Man. Every time I hear about this series, people have talked about how absolutely devastating it is to watch or to read. I don't actually know if this is an anime or not. Either way, I just keep hearing that it's really sad and I'm going to be emotionally devastated. So yeah, I can't wait. Now I have volumes 1 through 5 now that I finally have the second volume. Okay, so I finally have the 4th volume for The Rose of Versailles. So all of them are hardcover. These are gorgeous. I mentioned them when I had the bulk of them. These are long though. So I think this volume is almost 500 pages. From what I can see, you know, just based off of what's on my shelf, I think the first 4 volumes are all almost 500 pages. And it looks like the 5th volume is the shortest, but it kind of looks like it might be 300. So it's not short, really. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get to these. I do want to read the first volume really soon, though. Man, these covers are beautiful. I mean, look at that. Look at the colors. The freaking gold, this, like, navy blue, the red, the pink. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to read this. So I think these might be the last 2. Now, could I tell you what they're about? No. But I was not me personally recommended, but I saw them recommended on TikTok and I had to get them. Your Forma. Don't know what it's about. Seems really nice. And then Ayashimon. Don't know what it's about, but I love this cover. Very, very pretty. The second volume comes out sometime this year too. So I'm not sure how long the series will be, but I'm going to read it because it looks really cool. So on Sunday, I went to Richmond GalaxyCon with my friend Neptune and my husband. And when I was there, there was a lot of people who were selling books and comics, which was really cool. But I only bought one book or comic graphic novel, and that was Decay. And the funny thing is, I bought this from, so the creator is Anthony Stokes, and he was the one who told me about how much he loved Fire Punch. And when we were talking, I was like, oh, so, you know, tell me what kind of stuff you're into. I'm currently reading a lot of manga. I haven't read a lot of graphic novels in a while. He said Fire Punch. He said it's one of its favorites. It's also very sad. So yeah. But I figured, let me go ahead and get into his graphic novel. I think that this is 5 volumes in the series, and then he just came out with another series, but it was only the first volume. So I'm gonna hopefully I'm gonna go on his website. I'm gonna get the rest of them. And he has his father and him on the back. I thought that was really beautiful. I was like, let me go ahead and do it. And I think this is a friend is killed, and another friend tries to bring him back with voodoo. Interessante. I'm gonna get into this. Cannot wait. Another volume I don't have is volume 3 of Dead Demons Destruction. I'll put a picture up. I ordered it with the first volume of Donuts Under a Crescent Moon. It's just not here yet, and I clearly forgot to get the first volume, so I can kind of show you what the hell. So we'll put a picture up. So that's coming soon. I'm very excited about it. Yes, that is another one I have to read the first volume. Sue me. What the hell? And now we're gonna get into some regular, like, normie books, no manga. Yeah. So I went and got the 3rd book in the Gravekeeper series, which is Twisted Dead by Darcy Coates. I've read the first book. I own the first physical book. I got approached for the 2nd book on NetGalley. I haven't read that one yet, but I saw this at Second and Charles yesterday, and I figured, you know what? Let me go ahead and get it. I'm probably going to get the 2nd book physical, just because I really like the covers and I like Darcy Coates. The first book in the series is actually really good. It's about a woman who wakes up. She doesn't know who she is, but she's basically running for her life because she's been kidnapped, but she doesn't really remember what's happened to her. She just knows she's in danger. She runs into this little, like, cozy, eerie town, finds out that she can see ghosts, and then she helps solve a murder, a cold case, if you will. And yeah, I assume that the next book is just her having to solve another murder. And this one's probably her having to solve another murder. All while navigating the fact that the people who kidnapped her are still looking for her. So, exciting! Next, I got Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. So this is my sister's pick for the month of April for our book club with my sister and her. Excited to read this. All I know about this is that it's future dystopia. But a lot of the stuff in this book pretty much looks like what's happening today and what happened many years ago too. So I think it ends like in 2027, so not that far from now. Right. A lot of the stuff is already going on right now. So let's be real, but excited to read this. This is also a series. I think this is a trilogy. I know that there's a 2nd book. I also found out that it's free on Hoopla, the audiobook. So I'm going to see which medium I like more. I have no reason not to like reading the physical book, but I've been trying to listen to more audiobooks so I can kind of give myself a break from like picking up a book and maybe kind of having like a reading slump. But I'm excited to own it. I can't wait to read it. I'm gonna annotate. I can't wait. I've been better about that. So yes, exciting. And next up is a bunch of nonfiction. So 3 of these I got myself for my birthday, and they just didn't get here in time for the last book haul I did. And one I just recently got because it was recommended in a TikTok. So the first one I got is An Uprising for Educational Justice, Black Lives Matter at School. Edited by Denisha Jones and Jesse Hagopian, forward by Opal Tometi. This is a collection of essays, poems, interviews, and more, and from educators and students who are building the Black Lives Matter at School movement across the country. Something I hadn't heard of, but definitely want to read this. This has been on my wish list for a while, so I don't remember when this came out, but I'm excited to read it. Next is How We Get Free, Black Feminism in the Combahee River Collective, edited by Kianga Yamata Taylor. And I do not know a lot about the Combahee River Collective, but I've been hearing more about it, and I figured this has been on my wishes for a while. I need to go ahead and get it and educate myself. So a really short book, but I'm excited to read it. Next, this one, I can't remember if I saw this on TikTok or if this was kind of recommended when I was getting other nonfiction books, but it is Radicalizing Her, Why Women Choose Violence by Nimi Gorin Atan. I do not think I pronounced that right, so I apologize. But yeah, cover, beautiful. Gorgeous. I don't see how you could pass up reading this and picking this up. Another short one. It's under 200 pages, so I feel like it's a book that I could read pretty quickly. And next, I did not know when I got this that there was in large print. I really didn't know. This is going to be like the second book in my life I've ever read that's large print. That's really not that important, but it's funny to me because I just don't need it in that size, but it came that way. And that is All the White Friends I Couldn't Keep by Andre Henry. Hope and hard pills to swallow about fighting for Black lives. I'll read you a little bit of the back. So when the rallying cry Black Lives Matter was first heard around the world in 2013, Andre Henry was one of the millions for whom the movement caused a political awakening and a rupture in some of his closest relationships with white people. As he began using his artistic gifts to share his experiences and perspective, Henry was aggrieved to discover that many white Americans, people he called friends and family, were more interested in debating whether racism existed or whether Henry was being polite enough in the way he used his voice. So this was recommended in a Stitch video of someone else that I followed, and right off the bat this title really kind of spoke to me. It caught my eye, but it's something that I could relate to. I know that like around 2014, 2015, when I became more conscious in general, I started to notice people in my life who were white, coworkers, former coworkers, people that most of the former coworkers are only people that I was friends with on Facebook. I think a lot of us know that a lot of comments and posts were made on Facebook that were extremely offensive. During what happened in Baltimore, what happened with Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, we saw a lot of things that were very offensive. And I am biracial. I don't know if anybody knows that, but a lot of things were being said that made me realize, holy shit. I didn't realize how people in my life felt, and they clearly don't care that something like this might be offensive to me, whether I'm biracial or not. We should be mindful of the things that we say. And you know, I'm fortunate because I didn't have family who was really offensive. It was really only one person, and I don't care to have them in my life anyway, since I've heard some of the things that they have said. But yeah, I saw a lot of things that really hurt me as I became more aware and conscious of reality, systemic racism, sexism, trying to learn more about intersectional feminism as well. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, I have to get this. Another book that I would recommend is, I don't remember her name. I'm going to put a picture up, but it's Why I Stopped Talking to White People About Race, I think is the title. Very, very good book. I would highly recommend it. But yes, I got this. I think it'll be a really good read in that I'd like to know about Andre Henry, but I think it'll probably bring up some bad, like, past emotions, honestly. But at the end of the day, you have to read, learn, and educate yourself. And if it makes you uncomfortable sometimes, then that's the only way you're going to learn, y'all. And sometimes it's good to have those uncomfortable moments because it reminds you of where you are now and how much more educated you are, so on and so forth. So yes, I'm excited to read this. And if you read it, let me know in the comments. And that's it. That is pretty much everything I bought in the month of March. As I said, it's March 30th. I really shouldn't have bought anything else by the time this video is out. I mean, there's only one more day, and today is almost over. So wish me luck, y'all. Y'all know I have an impulse problem and I have a shopping addiction. So let's keep it together, Connie. But thank you so much for watching my video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on the social media in the description box. And as I said, the link tree on Instagram, if you want to add to this collection, feel free. I'm not going to stop you. Also, thank you, Books with Bonnie, who helped me figure out that the link was fucked up. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.